Escaping rapidly flooding tunnels somewhere beneath Hearthstone, our party emerges to the scene of a raging battle, there to face the Ascian Dravanians, a hulking Voidsent, and the dreaded icon Leviathan, whilst their companions hold desperately against waves of fanatic Sargon storming the valley below. Even with a mysterious gift awakening in the monk Alpha's storm, and timely reinforcements to pull them from the brink of death, our heroes feel the maws of the seven hells poised to devour them. Is this it for the company of heroes, or will they yet snatch victory from the jaws of annihilation? Find out tonight on Dungeons and Dravanians. You got very lucky. You're going to take 2 psychic damage. Okay.
Barely grazed me.
And as you see is that this just sort of like barely grazes your cheek as you spin out of the way. He is actually going to draw his arms across his chest and vanish into mist. And without provoking opportunity, you're going to see this mist sort of dissipate and then coalesce over here as he moves out of the way.
I see you.
All right.
Sneaky cheeser.
Now, the ogre.
Go after them.
No.
Go after them.
Now,
I've got unfinished business. Go deal with them.
The ogre. You know what? The ogre is gonna come at you. As Travanchet teleports over here, he's going to point at you. And the ogre is going to sort of understand that direction. And that's a critical miss. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the ogre is going to sort of slam down overhead with both fists, and it's just going to crash into the ground as you jump back out of the way. Okay, and that takes us back up to the top of the order, which is Brayflox's turn, who is now back on her feet.
Yes. Brayflox has henceforth put Pebelo on her yes cheesy list.
Are you all right, my friend? Can you stand?
Oh, many thanks. Pebelo is good gobby friend of Brayflox.
We can see you on the plateau from down below. What is this monster? And she doesn't point at the ogre, she actually points at Travanchet.
He's a long-legged mystery. So with that,
Let's see. Put down my cup. Well, he's buggered off over there. The fire's still brewing. You'll probably notice that the big bad ogre fella just pointed at her comrade, so maybe she'll help out there. Bomb's probably not a good idea, but she has this really cool shiny gun.
Okay.
And thus, she will move. Probably towards the carbuncle. Yes, right next to Carby there. And she'll aim a gun at the big ol' nasty.
Okay.
She'll use a +2 pistol. Pew pew.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Are you aiming at the ogre here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that'll hit for 6 damage.
6 piercing.
Okay, cool. All right, the bullet basically just ricochets off of this ogre's hide and doesn't even regard you. It is absolutely fixed on Alpha. So that is going to be Wisekate's turn. Wisekate is going to step forward, and he is actually going to take a swing at the ogre as well. And that is also, yes, that will hit. That will hit, and that will... Actually, he's going to make 2 attacks. And the second one will also hit. So I'll roll damage together. That is going to be 2d12 plus 8. Okay, it's going to hit the ogre for a total of 18 damage. Okay, so he swings his axe into the ogre's side. And again, like, he gets in pretty deep, like a couple of inches in, but it doesn't seem to pierce this ogre's hide, even with that. Okay. Now, It's Leviathan's turn. Leviathan, noticing this extra flurry of activity up on the plateau, is...
Oh no, eat the Asian, please.
He's weak.
Eat him! All that ether!
He's actually going to fire one Gyre Spume at Wise Cape. And like, you know, even with that good a roll, you basically have to roll a d20 to be able to save it. Okay, so Wise Cape is going to take 15 damage. And Roland's going to be redundant, but Leviathan's going to aim the other two at Company of Heroes members. And that is going to kill both of them. Okay. So, you can see that there's maybe a dozen Company of Heroes members left and almost twice as many Sahuagin down there. And that is going to be Leviathan's turn. Oh my god, there's too many NPCs to keep track of. What was I thinking?
Learn.
Oh, jeez. Okay, now it's Pueblo's turn, and Pueblo is actually going to point a two-handed finger gun at the ogre and cast Acid Arrow, which is going to hit and is going to deal 9 damage to the ogre, which makes it Varen's turn.
What's the range on my tomahawk?
It's 20 over 60. So you can throw it 60 feet with disadvantage or 20 feet with no disadvantage. You're not going to provoke.
I can move 30.
Yeah, you can move 30, and you can move without provoking opportunity from the ogre. Yeah.
Ogre. Mm-hmm. So let's see. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I want him. Varen wants him bad.
Okay.
So Varen's gonna move.
Okay.
Varen's gonna like run, like take off running against him.
Okay.
Or towards him, excuse me. He's gonna yell, "Where do you think you're going?"
Okay. Make an attack roll with a tomahawk. Oh wow, that's a really
Either
good
way,
roll.
that's a crit. Either way.
No, it's not, because it's
On disadvantage?
No, because on the disadvantage you didn't roll a 19, you just get +6.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You only rolled a 13. But it will hit. So roll damage. So it's 14. Okay. So as you throw the axe, Travanchet is going to raise this shadow blade to block it, and it's gonna connect with the axe, but it's hitting him with such force that he is going to sort of be pushed backwards, and it's like very clearly, you know, he's struggling to sort of like raise his blade at this point. And actually with that, he is going to take a legendary action, and he's going to glare at you, and he's going to say, "I wouldn't dare of going anywhere while I'm having so much fun." And he is going to teleport next to you, and he is going to take an attack with his shadow blade. He's going to swing it down at you, and that is going to hit, and you're going to take 11 psychic damage. Alpha, that's your turn.
All right, let me see. I think he just made a big mistake is what he just did, because I think I can get close enough to him without leaving the range of the Void Scent. So I think right about here is where I'd be, around the edge of the Void Scent, without provoking an attack.
I think if... Lake, maybe you can answer this one. Will he provoke opportunity for moving around the ogre, or is it only if he leaves melee range?
Only leaving melee range.
Well, I know who the real problem is. So while they deal with the Void Scent, I'm going to try to end this right now. So I'm going to take an action and my Flurry of Blows with my last G. There we go. Definitely a hit. And I'll roll the other 2 attacks first. It's not a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I?
2 hits.
And that is a hit. There you go. I remember what happened last time I had 2 hits.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And that's only the first hit, and that's the second hit. Although wait, I think the second hit you have to take the 4 and the 6.
Yeah, because it calculated a crit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Still,
so
that's 11 plus 12. That's 23.
Okay. This is gonna do it, actually. So how would you like how'd you like to do it?
Simply put, I want him to look towards me.
Mm-hmm.
As I go to throw the punch.
Mm-hmm.
I throw the first punch in his gut.
Okay.
The second punch, he kind of dodges. But the third punch, I'm going to punch him square in the glyph and crack it and go through and hit him in the face.
The glyph's already gone.
Oh, I thought you said it was cracked still. Okay, well then right in the face. Like square in the jaw, blood popping out everywhere.
Okay.
I want him down and on the ground.
As you make that final strike against his face, as it connects, you feel some resistance, like way more resistance than you would expect from human flesh. But then suddenly you sort of break through it and you stumble forwards, and his form just shatters into ethereal particles. And you see this crystal kind of floating for a second that just drops to the ground at your feet, where the glow sort of gradually fades from it, and then it too just disappears. Congratulations. You've defeated
That takes
Dravanians.
care of one, but we still have a giant serpent in the ocean to deal with, and this big boy.
Now, with that, this ogre is going to scream out in rage and is going to turn around and take a swing at you. Actually, it's going to take 2 swings against
killed
you.
his daddy.
It's a legendary action off that?
You killed it. You orphaned this poor ogre.
This is a legendary action for Dravanians. It's like a condition upon his defeat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he's going to take 2 attacks against you. And they're going to both be +6. So 8 plus 6, 14 and 15.
I'm armor class 15.
Okay, so one of them will hit. So
Okay.
you are going to get hit for... Okay, he's going to bring both fists down on you for 11 bludgeoning damage. Now, whose turn is it? Oh, it's his turn. Oh, well then he's gonna do it again.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's gonna KO me.
He's gonna do it again. Okay, there's a...
You got the exact same roll?
Oh my god, that is the exact same roll. Okay.
Oops.
Alright, well one of them hits. And that's gonna deal another 9 bludgeoning damage.
Down.
Okay, you're down for the count. Alright, cool. Okay, Brayflux, it's your turn.
Not cool.
Oh my. Yes. Brayfox understands their plight. And let's see. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, she's gonna throw a bomb. Huzzah! Why not? Got to do it at some point. But she's gonna use plan destination to select her 3 comrades that are around the area.
Okay,
So
cool.
hidden thing, and if he's in range, because
No,
I don't want to
fine.
accidentally give him death saving fails.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I'll throw a bomb. So out pops a bomb from a knapsack, and then there's a crackling of flame on the lint as she lights it up. And with a mighty throw and a whiz through the air, she'll aim it at the ogre. So DC saving throw of 13, please.
Okay, what is the ogre's dexterity? It's +1. So that is going to not save, is going to take 7 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ogre is starting to breathe very heavily. It's starting to seem quite strained and labored. Okay. Now,
Taking it back, not expecting the bomb to succeed, she just gives herself a good old golf clap.
all right. Now, Wisecake is going to yell out, "Get on the bloody cannons before we lose all of our men down there. I'll take care of this one." And then he is going to take 2 swings against the ogre. Yeah, both of those are going to hit. So that is going to be... Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, the ogre's looking real bad. Okay, it's Leviathan's turn. All right. Leviathan is going to... Yeah, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to fire 3 Gaia spumes. He's going to fire 1 up towards the plateau, and basically the largest target which at the moment is Wisecate.
Told you were fat.
And if Wisecate doesn't roll a nat 20, then he's going to take this. And absolutely does. Okay, so Wisecate, Wisecate gets hit by this roughly cannonball-sized and cannonball-feeling orb of water, and it is going to hurt him quite badly. Okay, and the other two are also going to hit Company Heroes members, so they are down to... Where is it? Okay, yeah, there's just 9 of them left down there, if any of you would care to take the moment to count. And they're going to take their turn now, and they are just absolutely, like, getting their ass kicked by these Sahagins. They are barely holding the line. There are, let me see. Yeah, so there's 9 of them, and there's 15 of these Sahagan still left down there. Yeah, one of them's going to get cut down, but they are, however, going to manage to still get another 2 cannon shots against Leviathan. That one will, yeah, that'll hit for 31. Yeah, that'll hit as well, and that's 32. Okay, then it is Pebble's turn. So first of all, her carbuncle is going to run up and try and take a melee attack against the ogre, which is, I mean, we'll see, right?
That's Topaz. They can tank totally.
Yeah, I mean, they can tank, but no, that's a crit failure. Okay, so just gets like swatted aside by the ogre. And then Pebblo is going to move up just a little bit, skirting around the fire, and then is going to cast Healing Word on you, Alpha. Which is...
She knows the turn order. Perfect.
I guess she does. Okay, you're going to recover 8 hit points.
All right.
So, it's Varen's turn.
Varen's going to heed Vicegate's advice and let him deal with the ogre.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to run up to the cannon and fire.
Okay, this cannon is... it's loaded, and it is aimed, like, in approximately the right direction. So I'll just get you to roll me a d20, or you can take an action to line it up and make sure that it is, like, really properly aimed. It's up to you. I'll give you the mechanics of this, okay? Cannon normally would be a +6 to hit, and it is going to be a +0 if you don't aim it properly.
So it would be an action to aim it, or an extra action.
It would be an action to aim it. Yeah, cannons, they require... I'll read it for you.
All right.
Okay, before it can be fired, the cannon must be loaded and aimed. It takes 1 action to load the weapon, 1 action to aim it, and 1 action to fire it. So generally, when you have cannons or any kind of artillery, you need like a crew, basically, to man it, which is what's happening down below. There's basically 3 company heroes that are trying to stack up on each of these cannons as well as they can. It's why they're not able to fire every single one of them each turn.
All right, I'm going to take this action to aim.
Okay.
Just use my strength and kind of use my body to kind of push the cannon into like the right direction.
Okay, cool. All right, you line up the cannon. You do still have your bonus action if there's something you want to do with it.
Is there anything I could do?
What's the range for your pistol?
That's a good question.
I know I have it here somewhere in my notes. 30 over 90. Okay, so you could fire at one of the Sahagan down below. Yeah, you could hit one of the Sahagan.
So that's a better range than my...
Yeah, I'd say you could...
Tomahawk.
Yeah, they're all kind of... Yeah, it is a much better range, yeah. The Sahagan, their line is kind of looking like this at the moment. And the company is kind of like holding them sort of like this. So I'll say, since they're kind of clashing here, you could definitely sort of hit one of them.
All right, I'll do that. And after I push, kind of with my body, the cannon, I whip out the pistol and aim it at one of the Sahagan.
Okay. Now you won't have disadvantage, but you won't have your proficiency bonus for this.
Okay.
So just roll d20. Okay, that'll hit. And damage?
All right.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right, that's fine. Yeah, no, you do hit one of them. You kind of like hit it in the collar, and it sort of reels back, and screams up at you, very, very surprised, not expecting any sort of death from above. Actually, you know what? What was the second roll? I was gonna say with the height advantage. With the height advantage, you would normally get like automatic advantage, but it wouldn't crit anyway. It's okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So that is that's your turn. So that's Alpha.
How close to the cannon do I need to be?
You need to be within 5 feet of the cannon.
Well, I'm trying to figure out.
Are you trying to get to the one I'm at?
Yeah, without provoking opportunity. I'm trying to think if I'm right here. It's like it's.
Oh no, you'll absolutely provoke opportunity.
Okay.
And the one I'm at is loaded already, so I'm gonna take the shot next turn anyway.
Yeah, but then you could load it next turn instead, and then we can fire it again. So that's what I'm thinking right now. And I'm hoping that one of our NPCs is close enough to maybe consider doing the same. Can I do some absolutely cool shit and throw a dagger at the match to try and like spark it to light it?
Rule of cool? Are we going
rule of cool?
Cool.
You're gonna try. You know what? I won't let you do that, but I will say that with your eldritch punching, with your ethereal punching, there is a chance.
There's also a chance I destroy the cannon, which is the scary part.
Yeah, there is a chance that you would certainly damage the cannon. I don't know about destroy it. Let me see.
I could. I'm afraid you're going to tell me I knocked it out of its aim. Is the big concern that I have right now. I think I should just leave the cannon, not chance.
Please.
As much as I'd love to rule of cool, throw a punch at it and light it.
Here's what I'll give you. The cannon's AC is 19. So if you want to hit like just the sort of wick of the rope to light it, to fire it, I'll make you meet that AC, and if you don't, we will basically roll to determine whether you damage the cannon or whether you knock it out of position.
Yeah, so I have to roll a 19 to light.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that's a chance we want to take. That seems if it was like a 15 maybe, but no, I'm not gonna take that chance. Well, I don't have any chi left, so as much as I want to drink this potion, I think I'd rather attempt to kill the void scent.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna strike the void scent without moving out. Actually, I'm gonna move slightly, but I'm not gonna move out of range again. I'm gonna get over here, just still in range, right there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, and attack.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. 14 damage. Oh my goodness. You're a monster. We created a monster.
You sure did.
One with Echo now.
Yeah, I started rolling much better once, other than the freaking ogre's attacks.
Okay, do you want to make a second attack? You don't have chi, but you can still make that.
That's right. I can still make another attack. Yeah, I literally have had so few opportunities to do it that I didn't even think about it. Yeah. Of course, I'll make a second attack.
All right.
That one won't hit.
Okay, that one won't hit. All right, cool. Okay, that's your turn. Now, the ogre was most recently attacked by the carbuncle. So the ogre is...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
RV.
Oh, yeah.
Better hit than us. They come back.
Okay, that's definitely going to hit. That carbuncle is going to explode.
Imagine a squeaky toy noise.
Yeah, it's gonna squeak. It's gonna squeak and explode into ethereal particles. And then the ogre is going to make a second attack, actually against Alpha. He's going to take a swing at you as you sort of move around behind him. He's going to take like a backhand swing at you.
You better duck. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Definitely going to hit.
Yeah, it is.
And it's going to deal 9.
I'm down again.
Down again. Okay. It's going to deal 9 damage. All right. So, yeah, as you
He's
spin
working
around
on
and
K1.
take the attack against him, he's just going to backhand you, and you're just going to just fall over
Hit the
sideways.
fucking ground again.
Yeah, just hit the deck. Yeah, for the second time. Leviathan is going to take a legendary action, and he is going to aim all 3 of his Gaia spumes, actually, at this cannon, which is one of the ones that most recently hits him. Okay, so it needs to roll. Oh, it needs to roll dex saves, doesn't it? Okay. Well, there's no way. There is no way.
Just
All right.
pull out of the way.
Okay, well, fine. It's going to take 5 damage and 15 and... Okay, so this cannon just explodes, and the 3 people manning it are going to themselves take dex saving throws. Okay.
Oh
and
no, that one guy.
yeah, one of them is actually going to be killed by the... Yeah, is going to be killed by the shrapnel. Okay, so this cannon is out of commission. The Sahuagin are basically have seized this one. Brayflox's turn.
Yes, I'll run to the edge. Actually about there. I think that was 25. Okay.
I'm going to assume you ran around the fire.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can't. I do not have a vaulting stick. I cannot vault gracefully over the flame.
It's fine.
I think then where is the horde of Sahuagin?
So this circle that I've made down here, there's a bunch of them down here. There are 15 of them left.
Alrighty.
One of them is
It's out of
injured,
range.
quite badly injured.
Uh-huh. No, I got my musket is 40, so I'll use that.
Well, hang on with your pistol because you've got the
It's still
height
that,
advantage.
30-90.
Yeah, with the
Oh,
with the
really?
height with the height advantage, I'd normally give you advantage because you're like 50 feet almost directly.
I'll have to just cancel
above.
it out.
I think it'll just cancel it out. Yeah.
All right, no problem. I'll use my pistol then. I will try to Glock one in the head.
I'm not going to worry about trying to like triangulate it since you're shooting
Okay,
down.
well,
Whatever.
it's a no anyway.
Now the tricks.
No, I do not. My
Alright.
bonus actions are not for this kind of thing.
Okay, the carbuncle's
So I'll
already
just,
exploded.
Look forlorn
Okay.
on the horde.
All right. All right. Wise Kite is going to make 2 attack rolls,
Please, Wise Kite. Please.
and those are each a +6, so neither of them are going to hit, unfortunately. Yeah, he swings twice into the sides of this ogre, and again, they just do not seem to pierce this thing's skin. This thing is looking really, really badly off, but it has quite a thick hide, so it just kind of takes both of these. And with that, it's Leviathan's turn, who quite unceremoniously is going to swallow 2 more company members. Both really with one strike, it's just going to like scoop up 2 of these in its jaw and just crunch them up. So there are only 5 company members left that you can see. And
Serial of heroes. Ugh.
it is going to be their turn. Another one of them is going to go down to the Sahuagin, who are not going to lose any more this turn. And basically with one final desperate effort, with one man sort of covering this cannon, another 3 of them are going to work together to take a desperate shot at Leviathan. And that is unfortunately going to miss. It's looking real bad down there. Now, Perbolo is going to move over. Oh, actually, Varen's down, isn't he?
No, he's not.
No,
I'm down.
Oh, sorry, Alpha's down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm on the cannon.
Okay, cool. Where's Perbolo? There she is. She's going to move next to Alpha, and she's going to use Cure Wounds.
Jesus Christ, Perbolo, heal me!
You're fine. Okay, and
You're fine. I keep ending up on the ground.
Perbolo was not expecting to do this much healing, but you're back up with 10 hit points.
Thank you, Peblo.
Do you say that?
Tired of this damn ogre. Yes.
Maybe this time try to stay up for more than 2 rounds.
You want to trade?
I mean, she sort of like looks at her book and kind of looks at you and is like, goes to hand you her book.
I look away and I look back at the ogre.
Okay. Cool. All right, that was Pebble's turn. It's Varen's turn.
Cannon is aimed. The cannon is loaded.
Okay.
I am going to fire.
Okay, roll me a d20 plus 6. Nope, sorry. That is not going to hit. Unfortunately, that will go wide.
Now, with my extra action,
Mm-hmm.
this is kind of going to be up to you at this, but
Mm-hmm.
I have a satchel
Sure.
and it's full of crystals.
Okay.
I want to lob it down at the Sahagin.
At the Sargon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is going to set up something else, but I want to lob that at the Sahagin.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been down this road before.
Oh yeah. Wiggly eyebrow.
Okay, you're trying to hit the Sargon that you already shot, let's say.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Okay. Roll me an attack. I'm gonna say you got proficiency on this. So roll me a d20 plus 5. A strength attack with proficiency. Okay. It doesn't hit, unfortunately, but it does definitely land amidst the group of Sargon, sort of right here. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Cool. That's Alpha's turn.
And I had 10 health this time. I'm killing this ogre because you said it's in a bad way, so I'm going to
It's in
throw
a
2
real bad
attacks at it.
Okay. See it.
And if these both miss, I'm going to be very sad. They both hit. Never mind.
Very good.
Yeah, they will absolutely both hit. Okay, roll damage on each of them. Oh my goodness.
10 and 14.
We made you so OP. Okay, how do you want to do this? How do you want to kill this ogre?
I want to kick it in the back of its thick leg to throw it off balance so it kind of tilts over to one side.
All right.
And then I'll take that opportunity to run up its thick arm, jump on its head, crack its horns off, and stab it in its own face.
Oh my.
Okay, you run up its arm, you wrap your legs around its neck, and with a strained effort, you snap both of its horns clean off its skull and stab them both into its eyes.
God.
And
Wow.
it lets out a bellow and stumbles around, clawing at its face, screaming until it walks off the edge of the cliff to the north here and disappears, tumbling down 50 feet below.
Aloha looks over at the cliff it's near and meows.
Ow.
Jesus.
It's dead, Jim. It's dead, Jim.
Oh my goodness, that was brutal. Wise Kate just kind of looks at you somewhere between admiration and disgust. He's definitely got mixed feelings about what just happened and says, "Good God, lad, I'm so glad you're on our side."
Don't thank me yet. There's still one more. And all your men are still at risk.
What men? He doesn't say that.
I know he doesn't say that.
I'm looking into there's open spots in recruitment. Do you
Alright.
know any friends?
Brayflux.
Yes. Okay. Well, I saw the bag being thrown down, and behind the mask there are many eyebrow wiggles. Now is the time. So what they'll do is they will run towards about here. Just take out my second bomb.
Okay.
And I'll look over to Varen and nod.
Okay.
And then I will take aim and throw at the bag of crystals.
Okay.
And I will also use planned detonation just in case there is like any company of heroes in the vicinity.
Okay. So they need to make dex saving throws versus, was it 14, 13?
Yeah, let me just roll that again for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
13,
DC 13. Or they will take
Yes.
8 fire damage. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be in proximity to 3 of them. So the first one was going to be the one that had already been shot, and he saves, but he will still perish. One of them's going to take 8 damage, and another one is going to take 4 damage. Okay, and it is going to hit... Does a bag of crystals need a dex saving throw? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that you can just do it.
No.
At least for the rule of cool. So I want you to roll 4d8. 4d8 damage.
Okay.
For 5 Sargon.
Times 4. Here we go. 48.
Okay,
Yes.
so
That's alright.
yeah, there are 5 dead Sargon down there now.
Yeah.
Between between your bomb and the ensuing ethereal explosion emanating from this bag, it's like a C4 package. There's just this incredible noise. Again, these shreds of crystal and this ethereal wave just blasts through these Sargon and just tears them to shreds.
Please, by the glorious Wizzy Pops.
Okay. But Leviathan is going to take a legendary action. It's going to look up at you and scream once again, and is going to fire a Gyre Spume at you. Okay. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. If I roll high, it's fine.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, he's got a few more.
Come on.
Okay, you do not save, so you take 15
Nope.
damage. All right, well, you're down then. Wise
No
Kate.
regrets. No regrets.
Wise Kate is going to move over here and reload this cannon with his action. And he's just going to shout down at the surviving company members, "Stand firm! Focus fire!" Now, Leviathan is going to take his turn.
God.
Leviathan is going to disappear beneath the water.
Oh no. Tidal wave.
And as he does so, the tempestuous waves belting against the cliff face are going to slowly still and cease. And it is very quickly going to become deathly quiet.
Oh no.
As both the Sargon and the company members sort of look around quite confused. You see a couple of the company members sort of cheer out and roar and start rushing at the Sargon, who seem sort of, a little bit kind of set off and get pushed back a little bit, feeling like their god has just ostensibly abandoned them. And then you notice down in the waterline begins to recede very, very, very rapidly. And then you see this plume of whitewash coming from about 100 feet out to sea as Leviathan is just charging like full blast at the shore. Ahead of him, this 50-foot high wave. Yes. No, you know what?
You said the cliff was 50 foot, so we're safe, right?
This massive wall of water, 300 feet long, 50 feet thick, and more than 50 feet high, blasts first against the cliff face and then just pushes up through. How far can it go? Yeah, it can go that whole way. Okay, so the 5 remaining company members here and the Sargon are all pinned against the cliff face immediately below you as this massive wall of water slams up against them, throwing sort of flotsam and debris and white water kind of around you and over your heads. Now, they will have to make a DC 24 strength saving throw, which literally none of them can make.
Oh my god.
I won't tell you how much damage they're going to take, but for all you know, they're probably all dead at this point.
Including the Sahagin.
Including the Sargon that have been pushed against that wall. You can't tell. It is just like an absolute like blender down there of like bits of flotsam and cannon parts and debris and bodies and it is just slamming against this cliff face over and over and over and over and over again. And you guys are getting sprayed with water and bits of debris, and you kind of have to like take a step back to keep yourself from losing your footing and getting pulled into the watery inferno, as everyone there takes a lot of damage. And Wise Kate, you can barely hear him over the roar and over the din, but he seems just to be screaming at you, trying to scream at you over the top of it to keep shooting, to keep firing. So it's Pearblow's turn, and she is actually going to run over towards this other cannon here, and she's going to say, I just need a moment, and she's going to hold her hands out to it and begin casting Mend. And you see the splinters of wood begin to kind of stitch themselves back together into the frame of the cannon. Varen's turn.
Varen, without a second thought, goes ahead and fires the cannon. It's still loaded. It's
yeah.
I'm sorry, it's still aimed, and it is loaded.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go ahead and fire the cannon.
+6, D20 +6. That'll hit. Yeah, that'll hit. So you can roll me 8d10. Okay. Wow, look at those 9s. You got 3 9s. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so with this hit, the seeming ethereal barrier around Leviathan here, as he is just sort of screaming and channeling this tidal wave, just shatters. And this cannon actually strikes against his flesh quite heavily. Okay, Alpha.
Oh, what decision do I want to make? Looking at the turn order, I'm scared. I'm very scared. I'm going to load the cannon again.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up to it and load it again.
Okay, all right.
I don't think there's anything I can do with a bonus action at this point.
No, probably not. Okay, so that's top of the order. That's Brayflox.
So running up to this cannon, how's it looking?
Oh, you were down.
You're down.
Is it? Oh yes,
Down.
I will
You are
not do that.
down.
I will dream about it from the greater beyond.
You can make. Yeah. Okay. You're.
Oh, I do need to make a death saving throw.
You
though,
do
in
need
that
to make a
case.
death saving throw.
I got too excited, man. I'm really into this. All right. All right. Let me see. Let's reset those. Death saving throw.
Right,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
fine. All right. One success.
Well done.
Huzzah.
Okay. Then Wise Kate is going to grab the cannon and he is going to fire at Leviathan as D20 tries to calculate the ridiculous amount of dice.
Don't worry.
Attack rolls.
It's all 9, so it's going to take a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a crit. It's all 9s. That will hit actually, and that is going to deal 39 damage. With that, it is Leviathan's turn, and Leviathan is going to continue channeling this tidal wave and just screaming and bellowing, completely focused. It's going to push everyone that's been caught in another 50 feet back, which is not possible because they're already pinned against this wall. So it is just going to slam against them again and deal a shitload of damage with a strength DC, which none of them can make if any of them are still alive.
And that's not getting any higher yet, right?
No, the water's not getting any higher, at least. Doesn't seem to be at this point, anyway. Now, it's Pearblow's turn, and she...
Load the cannon.
Yeah, she is going to, basically with this turn, finish stitching up this cannon. Because repair will give it like a certain amount of hit points each turn. Yes, so this turn will be enough to basically have repaired this cannon at this point to a point where it can be operated again. Okay. So she's going to do that, and she's going to take her hands off, and she's going to say, oh, all right, this one's good. And that's Pearblow's turn, which makes it Varen's.
So it's mended, but not loaded.
It's mended,
Or
but not
aimed.
loaded or aimed.
Varen is, while these two are working on this cannon, he's going to come over.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that the water that did kind of cascade up put out the fire, so we won't have to worry about moving around the fire.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable assumption.
Okay. So he's going to load the cannon.
Okay.
On this turn.
Yeah.
And that's all he can do.
Okay, that's Alpha's turn.
No, it's yeah. I'm gonna load the cannon that's right in front of me again.
Okay, all right, they're both loaded then. Okay, Brayflux.
From the greater beyond, I encourage them with a big double thumbs up from heaven. And also roll a death saving throw. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's another success. Bada bing,
Okay,
bada
yeah,
boom.
that's another success. You're good. Okay,
Yes.
and Weiskite is going to fire again.
Do it. Do some damage, Wise Cat.
Okay,
Very
that is a crit. So he's going to roll another 8d10.
double the damage.
I love when my cannon just randomly shoots twice.
That's nice, isn't it?
There was one lodged in somewhere.
Yeah, we didn't know there was one lodged in there.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Yes.
Wise Kate is going to place his hand on the cannon and whisper a prayer to Limlayan under his breath. And just as Leviathan sort of turns and opens his mouth and screams, he's going to fire this straight down Leviathan's throat. Basically, it's going to hit the back of his mouth and explode with a stupendous noise and an equally stupendous amount of damage. Yeah, Leviathan is going to sort of reel back, and you see the water that was slamming against this cliff begin to sort of pull back just a little bit. After which is going to be Leviathan's turn, and more enraged is actually going to release the tidal wave. You see it again slowly beginning to recede, and he's going to fire 3 Gyre spumes at Wise Kate. He's going to fire 2 at the cannon and 1 at Wise Kate himself. So the cannon, yeah, the cannon explodes.
No.
And oh my goodness, and Wise Kate, what's his dex? Okay, Wise Kate needs to roll like a 19 for this.
An
I
area
believe in you.
effect.
Okay, Wise Kate. Wise Kate, as this basically a cannonball made out of water fires back at him, he lifts his axe and slices it in half in the air, and still takes some damage from it, but he doesn't take a direct hit. But the
this
cannon
is why he's the leader.
The cannon has exploded, and Alpha and Wise Kate do need to both take an extra dex saving throw. Okay, you're fine, but Wise Kate is going to get hit by a little bit of shrapnel and take a little bit of extra damage. Okay, cool. And you know, Wise Kate's actually looking like pretty bad. He's huffing. He can like barely hold up his axe. It's now Pueblo's turn, and Pueblo is actually going to once again hold both hands onto this cannon, and she's going to basically with her finger sort of draw arcane patterns along the side of it, and this cannon here is going to begin to glow. And she's going to keep whispering for a couple of seconds here. And as you see her drawing these patterns, you see a sort of glow around her body move into her hand and into her finger. And the cannon itself begins to glow. And after a couple of seconds, Pueblo falls back utterly exhausted, breathing very heavily, and she can't stand. So that is her whole action. And it is Varen's turn.
Varen, kind of in shock, kind of moves towards the rear of the cannon, looks back at a really like exhausted Pueblo.
She just nods at you.
If I fire this cannon, is anything going to happen to me?
She can't talk. She's too exhausted and just shrugs. Like there's you can tell that what she's trying to articulate to you is she doesn't know, but like there's no other choice.
Looking forward in annoyance, I fire.
Okay, roll with
No,
advantage.
Aim it.
It's already aimed.
Oh,
It's already aimed.
Yeah, it's already aimed. Roll with advantage.
Do it.
Whew. That's not gonna do it.
Damn it.
You have
Come
it.
on.
Yeah, you already had advantage. So you can't use inspiration there. Okay, so the cannonball goes sailing wide. There's an excessive amount of recoil on this cannon now, and the cannonball that issues forth from it is like glowing white hot, and it just explodes out and kind of sails off into the horizon, just wide of Leviathan. But you're fine, and the cannon is still glowing. So it's Alpha's turn.
Can I take? I guess actually I wouldn't even want to do that. I'm gonna run over and load it one more time.
You don't want to give Brayflux a potion.
I'm afraid. Listen, even if I give it to her, she still has to make the saving throw.
No,
she
she
has to
doesn't.
make the success on the death save, doesn't she?
No, you'll just heal
No,
her.
heal me. I'll be alright.
If I can just give her the potion, yeah. Well, I mean, that would have to be giving her the potion could be my bonus action, I assume. Yeah.
Well, she's unconscious, so she can't take it. So you need to spend an
Yeah,
action to basically
To
make her drink
force
it.
feed it to her.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. No, I checked the turn order. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to give Brayflux a potion of healing.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, so that's 2d4 plus 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, should I roll that?
Yep.
Okay, 2d4 plus 2.
Mhm.
6.
Okay, cool. You're
Okay.
back on your feet with 6 hit points.
Yeah. Thank you
And
very
I
much.
can I still take a movement?
Yeah, of course.
Let me see. I'm gonna move wide of the cannon in case any unfortunate happenings were to occur on the next turn. that's all I can do. I have nothing else I can do.
All right, okay. Brayflux.
Brayflux will pull herself to her feet and stagger a wee bit. And apologize for being a bit of a snail brain right now. She will run to this one and aim it as an action.
It's already aimed.
Is it already
already-
aimed?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Leviathan
forgot it
hasn't
was aimed.
Leviathan hasn't moved. So you don't need to re-aim it, I don't think.
Then she'll load, I guess.
All right, okay. Cool.
Yeah, she'll do that for you. I'll get to the side, in fact.
All right. Okay, cool.
There you go.
All right.
So,
Well,
loading.
okay.
Escape.
It's Wisegate's
Yeah.
turn. And he's gonna
Kate, please.
he's gonna stack up on the cannon with the rest of you, and he's just gonna say, "You mind if I take the honors?"
By all means, wise
Like-
guy.
All or nothing. Get him.
He's going to fire the cannon with advantage. And okay, 18 will hit, but I'm gonna roll again just to see if we get a crit. That's gonna be 48. Nope. Okay, it's gonna be 48 plus another 10 d8. Okay, so this one. Okay, so Wise Kate is going to take aim with his cannon, and he's going to fire it. And again, this white hot iron ball is just going to blast out and actually like take a chunk out of Leviathan, which is going to scream this time, not in rage but agony in response, and it's going to kind of like fall down against the water, and it is not looking good at all. And with Leviathan's turn now, he's going to fire 3 spumes right back directly at Wise Kate.
Oh gosh.
Holy crap.
No. My boss.
So he's going to need to make 3 dex saving throws with at least a 19. Okay.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah, he
That
goes
is
down.
as-
Okay, so Wise Kate again tries to raise his axe in sort of an uppercut to get these guy spumes, and I think like he manages to cut the first one, and then the second one knocks the axe out of his hands, and the third one hits him in the chest, and he just goes flying back unconscious.
Aloha walks over and
He's
meows at him.
It's not enough damage to kill him outright, but he is very unconscious. So that is Pueblo's turn. and she staggers to her feet and manages to push another cannonball into it, and then sort of collapses back again. As she does so, you notice that the arcane runes are still intact, but the cannon itself, the edges of the barrel are starting to crack. And she turns to you, Varen, and she says, "Please make this one count."
No pressure, right?
Okay.
No pressure at all, buddy.
It's
No pressure.
your turn.
Make this your best shiny feats.
Come on. Come
Oh,
on.
That's a
thank
crit.
God.
Yes.
And that
Look at
is
that.
that
all right.
is a
That
crit.
is a crit. Yeah.
So you can roll me. Oh my goodness.
3, 4, hell.
4. Okay. 30. Okay, roll me 34 d10.
4.
Roll me 34 d10.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want. This is gonna take a while to load.
Yeah.
I can't believe you crit that. That was incredible. That was amazing.
Yes. Felt
I need-
pretty fun.
Oh my
It doesn't want it. It
god.
doesn't want to animate them. It's like, no, I'm not.
Oh
I'm not gonna do
my,
that.
yeah, okay. Roll 20 roll 20 can't animate that many dice. But
Get that 183.
so the cannon explodes.
Mhm.
And this white hot ball of molten iron comes flying out, and I would like you to describe what happens, because this is
So-
what they would describe as overkill.
Okay. So
Nice.
right as Perbelos says, make this count, and I'm looking dead at like a reeling Leviathan.
Mhm.
I say right before I fire the cannon, till sea swallows all, and I fire.
Okay. And what happens?
Badass.
And as I fire the cannon, I like the white hot ball like goes directly through kind of the midsection of
Mhm.
Leviathan,
Okay.
like seeing blowing chunks out of it.
You've basically cut
And I'll-
Leviathan in half,
Yeah.
and it explodes into chunks, and it opens its maw to scream again, but nothing comes out except for a spray of ethereal light, and it sort of freezes in place, and you see kind of cracks running down its form as it begins to crystallize and just explodes into this massive cloud of dust, and silence falls over the plateau and over the valley. You notice the dappled watery sky above you it just kind of fractures and disappears. The valley below you is still flooded. It's flooded about 20 feet up the cliff face, but it begins to still. And as this dappled sky fades into clouds through which just a few weak sunbeams strain to reach the plateau where you stand, and the waves subside into these great ripples, gently expanding from where the serpent vanished, Wise Kate, he just falls to his knees, staring shakily down at the dozens of broken bodies floating like flotsam beneath you. He puts his head in his hands and just whispers, "Not this. Not again. We were done with this. Louis Soir, the Archons, the Warriors of Light, where are they? We were released from this burden. My friends, there are so few of us left. We have given enough. I will send no more to their death." And he turns at the four of you with tears in his eyes, and he says to you, "It is time for the company of heroes to end." And what I want to know now is basically what you guys do from here. So we'll start with Varen. You are now free man.
Mm-hmm.
You were kind of, released into probation, into the Company of Heroes, but as we know historically, they disbanded pretty soon after the calamity. And basically, for your service here, you weren't given accolades. You weren't sort of recognized, perhaps, as much as you deserve, but you were granted your freedom. And I'd be interested to know what would be next for Varen Miller.
After Varen killed Leviathan, once he got his freedom, the experience left him kind of taxed a little. Like, he needed to recuperate.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he wanted to, continue doing what he did before and kind of, helping the defenseless without really, helping, just kind of doing his own vigilante thing. So he takes up residence in Limsa. Like, you can see him frequenting the bar pretty often with a new tattoo on his right arm.
Okay.
With a new tattoo on his right arm of his greatest victory / kill. And he wears it proudly. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows of these events that happened, correct? Most would know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So whenever they see Varen and Limsa at the bars, they see the tattoo and they know what he's done.
Mm.
And they know who he is.
Mm.
They know about his run-in with the murderous member of the Kraken's Arms, what he did to him, what he did to join the Company of Heroes. They know his reputation. And people, now people kind of come up to him. Like, they come up to him asking for help, as if he were kind of a mercenary for hire, so to speak. And so he kind of takes that mantle annoyingly, even though he didn't want it.
Okay.
But he'll take the coin. He'll take the coin because at the end of the day, he just needs something to drink.
He says he doesn't want it, but he did make the tattoo, and he like you say, he doesn't say no. I think it's perhaps a sort of like begrudging acceptance, maybe.
Yeah.
People are still very afraid of him. In fact, people are probably more afraid of him now because you still have that reputation for that brutality, and people don't remember this defeat of Leviathan as a happy day, because more than 36 men were lost, and you did it in the end. But it's a terrible tragedy, the loss of Hearthstone and the tidal wave that took this territory and the lives that it cost.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to continue the mercenary work. Okay.
Mercenary vigilante work, yes.
Okay, excellent. What about Alpha? Because Alpha is in an interesting position of having rolled a 1 and therefore actually being awakened to the echo.
Yeah, that opened. I thought I was laughing when I rolled it because I was like, oh well, that's terrible for me. And then you said, no, this is good. And I'm like, that's the first for me where I roll a 1 and it's the best result that I could possibly have achieved.
Well, you were basically rolling. Sort of a saving. I was thinking it was sort of like a saving throw in a way. I wanted there to be like a small chance that one of you would end up with the echo. So I basically just decided we'd all roll a d6, and if it was a 1, then we'd kind of call that. It could have been Brayflux. Brayflux was unconscious, but we could have broken canon.
Or maybe it's a canon we just don't know.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
Kept it a secret.
But Alpha Storm has awakened to the echo, I don't know if you know what it is, if you care to investigate it, if it really like means anything to you immediately. But I'm curious as to what Alpha might want to do next.
Well, after the Company of Heroes disbanded, he was kind of indifferent to the whole thing. It didn't really change his directive or anything that he did. He was already doing things outside of the Company of Heroes to help people before and during. So he returns to that, but he keeps having these episodes where he keeps seeing things, and it helps him do a little bit of better job or pick people, more suited to his needs. Like, he can tell if they've, done bad and they're just trying to get one up on him, on top of his normal intuition, being a young criminal himself at one point. But eventually this inevitably draws the attention of the Scions of Minfilia in particular.
Okay.
And similar to Arnvald, he is recruited as kind of a lesser known member of the Scions. And after he would continue on to do all of these activities, just operate, he eventually becomes a member of the Primal Slaying Squad, taking his experience here and the gift he's been given, as has been explained to him by Minfilia, to join with Fordola and Arnvald in their Primal Slaying Squad years and years down the line. Over the years, he just continues to take care of Aloha. And he has a little bit better of a reputation. People don't think of him as much as a criminal anymore. And that helps him get better pay and better jobs overall. Okay.
So you decided that you survived the massacre of the Waking Sands?
Yes, I'm not there. I'm not there when it happens.
All right. One other thing I'm curious about is you can understand all languages now, and you can sort of intuitively communicate. Can you communicate with Aloha now?
No, surprisingly. I can speak all languages, but Cat it's a difficult language.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he still won't listen to a thing I have to say. He still does whatever he wants, but he's loyal to a fault, even if it's mostly food motivated.
All right. So what you're telling me is Aloha isn't an auspice just yet.
No, he's still got a few hundred more years before he goes down that road. But we can revisit that another time.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Cool. Nice. What about Brayflox? What does Brayflox do?
The creed of the Company of Heroes is the duty of the strong is to protect the weak. However, the day where they fought Leviathan for a second time was at a heavy cost. All their strength did not protect many of their company fellows, and it weighed very, very heavily on Brayflox, who indeed also decided to leave the Company of Heroes very soon after this incident. Now, as we know, Brayflox had a retirement plan, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
She decided to go to Costa del Sol, but she then decided to found Brayflox's Long Stop.
Okay.
In that area. Near, was it Wineport? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, during that time, I think she was on the run from the Illuminati. They were after a certain recipe that she had totally created herself. So that came out to play now and again. She had to be on all her wits.
All right.
Had all the wits about her to try to evade such things.
Okay.
And yeah.
But you reckon for at least 5 years after this event, you get something of a happy retirement, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Are you going to tell me other?
Maybe.
I don't know. It would take a while to actually get Longstop up and running. Of course, she would take busy
You're working
jobs
hard
here
on
and
it.
there. Yeah. She would have to take busy jobs here and there, do some busy deals.
Okay.
Do a lot of tongue flapping.
Okay. You guys do get, first of all, you get a substantial payout from the Maelstrom as a result of this. And also you have the kind of notoriety in Vilbrand where you can basically go anywhere and not quite get away with anything, but you let's say you get a favorable service from most establishments across the Isle. So that's Brayflox. Well, as for the rest, as we all know, it was not long after the Calamity in canon that Leviathan laid waste to Hearthstone with a tidal wave, after which the Sahuagin claimed the former Leminson territory. And a pair of massive tide gates, the north and south tide gate, were thereafter erected across Skull Valley to prevent them from gaining any further ground. A crypt and a monument to Ergemir of the former settlement of Hearthstone can today be found by the north tide gates, commemorating the man as a hero that alone stayed behind to fight off a horde of Sahuagin that his comrades might escape. Alone. And I think that whenever you guys come across this monument, you might feel maybe just a pang of guilt, a pang of regret. Perhaps. No, not Alpha.
No, because he did what he wanted. He had every opportunity. We told him to get out of the fight.
That's true.
Didn't.
That's true. That's fair. You did. Well, as we know, the Company of Heroes was also disbanded very soon after the calamity. Wise Kate, Per Ebelo, and several others found a relative retirement in the employ of Master Gegaruju, Costa del Sol. Per Ebelo is actually ostensibly Gegaruju's personal assistant, and Wise Kate's his head of security. Many of the others can still be found across the realm. Well, not that many, as it turns out. The half a dozen that didn't die today. But Wise Kate, Brayflox, and several other members formed a pact that they would never again allow anyone to cast their lives against the primals of Vilbrand unless they had unequivocally proven themselves capable of the task. And so someone would, roughly 5 years later. But for our purposes today, that's it. So ends the story, and so ends the final stand of the Company of Heroes. So, I'd like to thank our wonderful players first up, but first, thank you to Epidemic Sound, thank you to Tabletop Audio, thank you to Calico Arucado for that phenomenal remix of Blinding Indigo that we've been listening to for the past 3 hours. It's such a banger, it's so good. And I will put a link for their channel in the description below on YouTube, and I'll chuck it up in Twitch for you guys in a moment. Thank you as well to my partner Talia for helping to keep me on track, and of course to Sorensen Asgard for designing the Final Fantasy XIV Compendium to Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, which we've been playing tonight, and to which you can also find a link in the description. Now, as we kind of wrap up here, I want to hand it over to our players. Again, guys, thank you so much. This one shot that ended up becoming a 2-shot. I thought tonight we were going to kind of wrap up this fight in maybe like an hour and a half. That was a lie. It was...
it's never the time you think it will be.
I was planning on it being like a big set piece, but perhaps not quite that big. Again, this is the first time that I've done like any stuff like this, and now I've got like a better idea of what kind of goes into these set pieces. But
never doing 24 NPCs fighting at the same time as everything else, or 30 actually, I think you did.
Well, I gave them all one turn. I did them all at once, and I kind of like reduced the mechanics there. So I'm glad I had the foresight at least not to think to kind of roll for each of those. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, it was basically one fight for the whole night, but I hope you had fun. I should warn you guys that Pablo, that was all her spell slots. She didn't have any heals left. You drained her of all of her heals. If any one of you had gone down again, that would have been it. You would have been dunzos. And I was not like, again, you only...
You are forgiving.
No, I wasn't messing around. Leviathan, that was really like your last chance on that hit to get him down, and it was a massive overkill, and you only really needed to like hit him. Pretty much anything would have done it. But if you didn't, like, you guys were gonna get absolutely wasted that next turn when he started throwing out Gaius beams for all of you.
I was so excited about the fight, I forgot I was unconscious. So.
I wish that's how real unconsciousness worked. You're just like so excited.
Well, anyway, Leek. First of all, the YouTube comments have been loving Leek's portrayal of Brayflox, which makes me so happy. Because Leek is a Dungeons & Dragons veteran and is always like really, really good at role play. Good at voice work, great at art. Like, Leek is just so heckin' talented. And any of you guys that are not following her are honestly like making a huge mistake, because everything she touches is absolute gold. So Leek, could you please tell us first where people can find you, and secondly, what it is that you're working on at the moment and where people might go to consume that content?
My gosh, thank you very much. Okay, well, Twitter is the best way to find me these days. It's Leek as in the vegetable leek, Wibble, WHIBBLE, Leek Wibble on Twitter. Things I'm working on, I can't really talk about some of the things I'm working on because they're for books. But there is one being advertised on my pin right now. That'll be the next one that's being released. It's a D&D supplement based on Greek mythology.
Mm.
Yes, I did some art for that. So,
I believe you have a podcast as well.
I do, yes, with Aqua and Dollet.
Mm-hmm.
We have a podcast together. It's a gaming news podcast. It's a perpetual backlog.
Okay.
If that can be linked somewhere.
Yes, we will have a link for that in the description below as well.
Yes, it's a weekly, but it was a weekly one that's we put out each. Well, we attempt to be very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So far, so for good.
And is there anywhere else? I think you're in a few other live D&D campaigns, if I'm
oh my gosh,
not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm in a few. Let me think.
Just a few, just a couple.
You
play like a little bit.
I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's what was it? Children of the Water, which is streamed on Twitch Wednesday. Oh, it's my Wednesday, every Tuesday America time.
Okay. Spitekin.
Yeah. They're the DM for that. I play a revenant tiefling, an undead tiefling that is trying to get revenge. I'm in a zombie apocalypse one. And also on Friday nights US time, 2 drinks minimum, they run a homebrew 5e game. That is live on Twitch. Also Dollar is in that one too.
Oh, excellent. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some of the 2 drinks minimum stuff on YouTube, but I think it's all like on the Twitch side now, isn't it?
Yeah, you can also easily find it if you do hashtag GM the DM on
hashtag
Twitter.
GM the DM. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Well,
I do some artwork for that too. I've made some shiny stuff for that.
If you're having trouble keeping track of all that, if you follow Leek on Twitter, she does tweet and retweet about all that stuff. Yeah, so you'll catch all the stuff that she's involved in. Yeah, Leek, you're incredibly talented, incredibly prolific, and it's been an absolute delight and privilege to have you for my inaugural DM outing. So thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you so much. I've enjoyed myself a lot.
Oh, I'm so
and
glad.
Gobby Speak is it's made me such a spaghetti brain trying to convert English to Gobby Speak, but I tried my best. Sly,
what are you up to these days, and where can people find and consume your content?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Sly, aka Great Fox. 7 days until I pretty much lose my entire life. Yeah, pretty much. Until I disappear from the face of the earth. Either way, I'll still be on stream. No Lifing Rise, which will be out. We will be hunting. We will be doing hunting. So if you like the majority or pretty much everyone in the 14 community on Twitch will probably be doing, if you are hunting as well, feel free to join us and we'll hunt together. But yeah, that's pretty much on deck. Trying to plan some shows for SOT.
Yeah, we have been.
Yeah, and we've just been waiting, and we finally got a little bit of something. So,
we know when the next live letter is at the very least. Yeah.
We know the next live letter, and we got the official site as well for the patch. So
nothing on it, but
Yeah. But so don't worry, we're still doing a podcast. It's just we have to wait on news.
Yeah, we just promised that we wouldn't do because for a long time at State of the Realm, we forced it weekly, even if we had absolutely nothing, and we won't do that anymore. We won't force shows when there's nothing, at least nothing we feel is compelling.
We could always do a TPG.
Right. Don't worry, I was waiting till we got around to my turn, and I was going to ask you guys.
All right, okay. Anything else, Si?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, Station WSOY grooving you through 70s and 80s of Japan every
Hell yeah.
Saturday night here on
Absolutely.
twitch.tv. The Sly, aka Gray Fox. Yeah, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Get ready to hunt.
All right, Sly, thank you so much, and congratulations on your big meaty crit. That will, I imagine, probably go down in infamy as one of the greatest moments of this show.
Cannon shot heard around the world.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
God damn it.
All right, Mike, what about you,
Hey.
my friend?
I have just been chilling for the most part. I've actually been on 14 a lot despite the lack of shows and the content drop because I've been doing my ocean fishing. Ironically, after dealing with Leviathan, all I'm thinking of next boat is in 23 minutes. Looking to go out on the boat, actually.
That's brave. That's very brave.
How those points looking? How those points looking? By the way? How far are you?
I'm at 700. I have to check actually. I'm at 700 something thousand out of the 3 million. The last few days have been really good. I've had two 20K plus boat rides in the last few days, a bunch of 14K boat rides. So world class troller is on its way. I will get that title. I don't care what it takes or how long it takes. I'm getting world class troller. At 1 million points, I get a Mora minion. Also, I get a little Mora that I can never use because I hate that thing. Even if it looks pretty nice. So that's what I've been working on. Also, Genshin, we played through Bravely Default 2 twice, which I mentioned last week. That was I was obsessing over that. And now just waiting for Rise, Outriders, Pokemon Snap is next month. We have, and then just waiting for news on pretty much anything else that's happening. Still waiting on Ruined King because that looks that I want it. And other than that, I've just been chilling this month. March is always kind of a tough month for me. So it's actually been a great time for a break for Stay the Realm for me. I've been cooking more because of that. And if you follow me on Instagram. Yeah, some of it's HelloFresh, some of it's stuff that I just cook. Like I have to cook a steak today. So that's gonna be good. And yeah, make sure you take care of yourselves. Yeah, the motherfucking dragon. I haven't stopped saying, is that a motherfucking dragon at all for the past day. And TBG, we can do one on some of the recent like Final Fantasy related stuff. Yeah. I just know that Rise is next week, so we'd have to do it before next Friday because there's no way we're tearing him away from that. So that's the tough thing. So we have to do it on Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. So everyone just keep an eye on Twitter and places, and we'll see. Thank you so much for watching this kind of new experimental content for me. I'm hoping to sort of improve this vehicle, if you will, as we proceed. So I hope you guys will join us next month. We'll be recording a new adventure with a new party. I don't know who it's going to be yet, but I know that they are going to be wonderful and it's going to be a lot of fun. For those of you watching on YouTube, that might actually be as soon as next week, given the upload schedule for this. So I really hope you guys enjoy that. And if you do, then, share it with some friends and just, leave a comment, give me some feedback. I'm feeling insecure, so... Tell me.
I know that feeling.
If you want more of this, tell me that you want more of this and there'll be more of this, okay? Okay.
Oh.
All right. Cool. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had fun. We certainly did, and who knows, maybe we'll have this party and these characters back in future for another quest, another adventure. Maybe. Possibly. One day.
Yeah,
right.
we need to...
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the post show.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.